Okay, I think we're live. I think it's operational. Fantastic. For once I'm on time. I'm on time. Good to see you all here, guys. Thanks for joining me for the 42nd live stream of the channel. And I'm really pleased to say, yeah, we hit that 20,000 subscriber mark, which is just mind-blowing. I'm really amazed. And I'm very thankful and appreciative of all of you that have been tuning in for the videos and the live streams over the past couple of years, really, when I started things off. So thank you. Thanks all of you. There's lots of people here. Let's say some hellos before it gets out of control. Robin's in the house. I think he's watching the Portugal game. I know Ronaldo's playing, so I'll be keen to see the second half of that. Keep me updated, Robin, as to how that one's progressing. Aaron's in the house as well. Over in the Isle of Man, he says, congratulations on the 20,000. Guys, I'm just going to lower this camera down a little bit. I've got some really like flat shoes on for a change. My Nike Blazers. So yeah, I need to lower it down a little bit. What else we got going on? Cheekster 777's here. He says, evening Ed. Hello there. Thanks for your support, Cheekster. Always there, checking the videos out, and I really appreciate it. It is fantastic. He says, congratulations on the 20k. Mr. Burmaster is in the house. He says, hi all, big congrats. Thanks, Kev. I do appreciate your support from way back. I can remember. You joined up, yeah, when you round about when I had about 1,000 subscribers. So it's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, and all your support and your help and your tips and guidance as well is much appreciated. Space Manatee's in the house. We got John Cox. He's loving the videos. Thank you, John. We got Christopher is here. He says congratulations. Thank you. Mark T's here. He says good evening, Ed, and congratulations on reaching 20,000. Thank you. Kev Burmaster has a question for the chat. If you're in the chat, by the way, hit that like button. It really does help us out here on the channel. Gets us out to a few more people. He says Adios Pro 2 or the Asics Metaspeed Sky / Edge. I've got to say, I haven't tried the Edge or the Sky. There's a good reason. Hopefully I will be able to try it soon. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say on that one. Kev, I've got to say, the Adios Pro 2 is fantastic. Every time I've run in it thus far, I'm really enjoying it. I do understand why some people have got a few misgivings about the second version against the first one. But they're not really big problems for me. They're not even problems. They've just made the shoe better for me. So it doesn't feel at all unstable to me. It just feels like a lighter, better fitting upper version, which is awesome. You know, that's just what I need in my life. That's what I need. We also have Dave's here. He says, hi, congratulations, Ed. Thank you very much. Sheldon's here. Sheldon always supporting the channel too. It's much appreciated. He's bought himself the Adios Pro 2. Fantastic. I hope they arrive for you soon, Sheldon. You can test them out. Jimmy Max here from Alberta, Canada. I'm really running away with it. Excellent, Jimmy. You're in line with my standard of puns there. Brilliant. Will Willings here. He says, hi, Bud, and all from Texas. Kev says, I'm about to try them on. Is this the Adios Pro 2? Robin's caved in and ordered some as well. Amazing. That one seems to be doing really well. And at last, Adidas have actually, or Adidas, or however you want to. People always keep asking me, why do I pronounce it like that? I think I kind of like the way that Brad Hall pronounces it, Adidas. You know, I like that. It just sounds a little different. You know, they seem to have made them a little bit more available this time. You can actually buy them, which is something that you couldn't really do with the Pro, the original. It just wasn't available. You couldn't buy them anywhere. Gavin Braden says, have you got that celebratory Guinness? I did have a nice pale ale just now. I've got some orange juice now, in fact. I've got to go early tomorrow for my second COVID vaccination, so I want to be in fine fettle. In fact, I'm going to have to get out and do some miles early in case it sort of, you know, sends me a bit doolally again. I don't want that to happen. We do have a super chat there. Let's just mention this super chat from Goza. He says, congratulations, Ed. Hi to all. Thank you very much, Goza. I really appreciate that super chat. It will go into, well, it goes into the purchase of those Boston 10s I ordered. Yeah, I caved in on those as well. So I'm just I'm a sucker for energy rods. That sounds really bad, but I am a sucker for energy rods. Stephen C's in the house. How you doing there? He's got the party icons. It's I can't quite believe we got to 20,000. It's kind of blown my mind a little bit. I really am quite taken back by it. I didn't really expect that anyone would watch my channel. I'm so glad that people enjoy it. I like making the videos first and foremost. If I didn't, I'm not sure I'd be here right now. I just really enjoy it. I love the creative process of coming up with the ideas and making them. And quite often when I'm running, I'll just get some idea that I think would be something that people would be interested in. And yeah, just onwards and upwards. We've got to keep on rolling. Keep on rolling forwards to the toppermost, to the poppermost. Richard Rendell's in the house, and Steve says congrats on the 20k. Thank you, Steve. Victor's here, he says congrats, and Andy too. I can have a little sip of my juice. Hang on. Richard says it was a good game between the Czechs and the Dutch. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? The sending off was a big turning point, but the Czechs did really capitalise on that issue, and yeah, some good finishes there to get the goals, and they were pretty solid, weren't they? They didn't really have too many chances the other end. Holland didn't really create an awful lot. Simon Mayer says, Ed, can we see your Sans? I'm sorry, what does that mean? I'm not sure. You may be able to, depending on what it means. Will Willing says he wants to unsubscribe and subscribe again to number 2. So I think we're quite a bit over now. This time next year we'll be millionaires. That's what we'll be. Maybe, probably not actually. This time next year I'll be looking at the like SL20 or something, and the Adidas Pro 2.5 will be out, and the next Percent 3 will be out, which is 60mm stack height in the heel, something like that. I'm sure that's what. You know, stranger things have happened. Look at the Prime X. You know, they've launched a shoe that is purely for training, that's got super maximum stack. Everyone else is going to go that way, aren't they now? Unless Nike go, oh yeah, we got something else coming that's exactly the same as the next Percent, but even more energy return. It'll be 99% energy return or something. I'm just messing about now. That probably won't happen. Mark Jones says big thumbs up. Dankeschön. And Kent says congratulations too. A question there from Simon Myers. He says the A6 Nova Blast, the best daily trainer. What have I enjoyed of daily trainers sort of style of recent time? I've enjoyed the Pegasus 38. I've really enjoyed the Puma, the mid-range one, which is the Velocity Nitro. I've really enjoyed that one as well. They're good at the moment. The Nova Blast upper wasn't great for me. I'm hoping that they've improved it a little bit in the second one. I don't think it's out yet in the UK, so I am tempted to give that one a whirl when it does appear, because towards the end of my time with the Nova Blast, I really enjoyed it once I'd kind of got my head around it a bit. Because initially I thought it was going to be some sort of speed shoe, but for me it just really wasn't that. It was more a daily offering. So yeah, maybe that could be a good bet. John McCluskey says, congrats Ed, how many more subscribers until we can do this full time, start that record review channel? Yeah, it's time really on the record review thing. I mean, I'd love to, I need to build it up a little bit first, maybe get about 7 or 8 reviews done and then put them all out at the same time, and then I can do maybe a couple of weeks, something like that. But I think people will be into that. I don't know, Joel. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Over the summer I got a bit more time, so I can look at stuff like that. Kev Burmaster says Adidas Pro 2 it is. Awesome. I think you'll like them, Kev. It's a good shoe. Steve King says well done on the 20k. Thank you, Steve. And Sean says congrats. Keep up the great content. I will. I'll keep on rolling. Greg Previtz liking the squirrels. Congrats on the 20k. Thank you very much. No squirrels today. They're all seeking cover because there's loads of rain, and it was generally quite unpleasant out there really on the longer run today. There was a chap earlier on Strava which I'd really objected to. which I just found was quite crazy, sort of saying that my run today was slow. And anybody that goes on to Strava and just basically says anyone's slow or something like that, I just find it really, I can't get my brain around it. Every runner's got their own range of paces, haven't they? It's like really rude if I, say, went up to somebody and said, "Oh, you're really slow." You know, you wouldn't do that in the real world, would you? You wouldn't do that. So why would you do it in the computer world? Yeah, so I just blocked him. Goodbye. It's just, I'm just not having it. I don't deal with that type of thing. It's just not a thing. My random world of dad jokes says, here in Thailand, many of us are Ed Buddhists. I like it. Ewan B says, well done. Thank you, Ewan. It's much appreciated. Jimmy Mack, good question there, Jimmy Mack. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Mack has given me many good questions before, I'm sure. He says, have I decided on a shoe for the 10k? What I'm going to do, so if the COVID jab doesn't knock me too much for 6, I've got a couple of speed sessions, although lesser mileage this week. I'm going to reduce the mileage down a little bit so I'm nice and ready for Sunday, for the race. I'm going to test out both. So what I might do is a specific distance and some interval sort of repeats in each one and see how I feel between the two. I think that's the best thing to do. Shoe choice for the COVID jab, I'm thinking of maybe going for my my Jordan 1s maybe. It depends on the weather. If the weather's really bad, then I might get the Triumph 17s out. Because they'll be good. They're pretty trashed now because I've been using them as like a sort of daily do-it-all sort of DIY shoe. But yeah, that'll be the one. I think I'll probably end up walking there as well. I just hope the rain holds off because it's been terrible this afternoon. It's chucking it down at the moment. It's really nasty out there. TH says, well done. Thank you very much, TH. Jaz himself says, congrats Ed, appreciate what you do from New York City. Fantastic. It's people from all over the place in today. If you are in the chat, guys, and you haven't done so, please hit that like button. It really helps us out here. And of course, you can give me a super chat to help the channel out as well. I believe you should be able to see some of the merchandise there as well, underneath somewhere. Hopefully that's appearing. I can only see my kind of studio view here. A bit like the overseer of the midsoles. Mark T says, try to get the Energy 3 this week. But out of stock. That's not a good scene. Must be selling like hotcakes. Yeah, I think they are selling quickly. Do check around. I know that Start Fitness were having some deals as well, but yeah, they seem to be getting a bit low. Hopefully they'll launch a few more colourways soon. And of course, you've got that awesome Energy 3 Adventure coming out soon as well. That sort of road to trail shoe. I think that could be a good shoe. It could be another big seller, that one. You're looking for something, you know, top value, the same sort of midsole and outsole. Hi, Beast. Beast is here. Come on, Beast. Yeah, the Beast. Classic Beast appearance. How you doing? It's a bit bright for you, isn't it, there? Go on, you go back to sleep. Cheekster says, did the same, got my 10k in early before my second jab. Good luck, Ed. Hopefully no side effects. Yeah, hopefully people say that the side effects are a bit more limited, you know, the second time around. I'm hoping that's the case. Because, yeah, you guys know cricket, right? A 6 is like where you've, like, basically... It's kind of like a home run, I suppose. In baseball, really. You knock it and no one gets it, it goes out, and it's a 6. I'm hoping that it doesn't do that on the second one, because it really knocked me for 6 on the first one. For a good sort of 4 or 5 days, I didn't feel quite right. So let's hope that's not the case this time around. Either way, I'm really glad I'm getting it done. It's a great thing. Thomas Villa says, Hoka Mac 4 for the COVID jab. Yeah, I mean, possibly. I don't see why not. Keith Egerton says, congrats, thanks very much on the 20k. And we got Daryl Dunbar's here. He says, congrats on getting to 20k. Great channel, keep it going. I will do. I'll keep on rolling. Gavin Braden's got his second one coming up soon. Sounds like he had the same sort of reaction, Gavin, as me. Lee Sumners says he's in isolation. No running for 9 days. That is not good. I'm hoping soon, Lee, that they can perhaps alter those rules. So if you're able to test yourself each day and you don't have to go into that isolation, I'm sure that will become a thing very soon. And that will make things a little bit easier for people. I can imagine your frustration there. If it was me, Lee, I would be doing anything to try and maintain my fitness there. Miss EDDBUD's bought a stationary bike. A stationary bike? What? I'm losing my words today, guys. A fitness bike, exercise bike. That's the words I'm looking for. Yeah, I'd have to get on there and running up and down the stairs. And just running around the pool table, that would be good. That would help. It would take me many laps, and I'd wear the floorboards down, but it would have to be done. Yeah, Joe says I've come a long way since he subscribed at 612. Yeah, that's a long time back now. Richard Johnson's in the house. Oh. I hope you guys understand that whole Mrs. Muggins thing. Basically, over in England, we still have really old school wool shops where it's run by a wonderful lady that will have loads of fabric and wool, and you can go in and buy all those sorts of things. And yeah, I can't exactly remember where Mrs. Muggins came up, but I'm sure she'll be back in another video at some point. Matthew Johnson says I've dropped some good knowledge on us. Thanks again from North Carolina. Amazing. Kevin Stenner's in the house. Kev, how are you doing? I hope you've been enjoying the lovely weather today, Kev. I will try for the sub 40 if I can. Oh, he won't be there. Oh, no, Kev, it's sad you won't be there, but I hope all is well with you. It'll be good to see you soon. We can run and race together again very soon. I know it's going to happen. There's a super chat there from Kent M. It says, here's to the next 20k. It's about the same price as a pint of stout here in Canada. Awesome. Thanks, Ken. I really appreciate that. It's really kind of you with the super chat. Kent M there. Thank you. Cheekster is right there, isn't he, about that exchange thing? That is it. That's a really good idea he's got there, Mark T, about the Energy 3. Ah, without a hat. Yeah, Simon, my hair's a bit of a mess. I am going to be sheared tomorrow by the fair hand of Mrs. EDDBUD. She's going to just shave all my hair off, I think. Apart from the stuff here. You know, because it sort of balances out. You know, there and here. So, yeah. It doesn't look like it used to. I used to sort of spike it up and quiff it up a little bit. Kind of really while I was still performing with the band, since I haven't been for, you know, the last however long it is. It's quite nice to quiff it up. But I'm kind of liking the hats, you know. I can get some hats for the stage as well. Tom Clow says, well done, Ed, chef, for you. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who the 20,000th subscriber was, because it kind of happened overnight. But yeah, I'd love to have known who it was. Mark T says, do you consider cadence versus stride length? I keep getting, this is one people keep asking me about as well. They say my cadence is too low. But you guys know me, I've got really long legs. Very similar to Andy the Fod Runner, and Tim Gross, in fact. You know, we're all giant guys. And, you know, it's just so much harder to turn your legs over faster. Like that, you know, it's never going to be like 200 or something, 200 steps a minute. You know, that'd be nuts. I'd have to like run all out, you know, to get it to that level, because I've just got longer legs. There's just more there, and the stride length, you know, stride length's just that bit more. So I do monitor it, but on a basic level. So I'm kind of looking, you know, if I'm running slow, you know, dropping the cadence just a little bit for easier running. And when I'm doing some, you know, half marathon target miles or something, or, you know, some 800s or 400s, something like that, obviously I'll be looking for high cadences. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm working with that. I guess I kind of been considering cadence a little bit more of recent time, just trying to increase it slightly on my easier runs, just for all runs really. And I think I'm getting there with that. I'm getting there with that now. Thomas Elwin says, did a run through half yesterday and hadn't appreciated how noisy the Alpha Flies are. Yeah, they are quite a noisy shoe. The Tempo Next Percent is noisier than the Alpha Fly though. I always find that the Next Percent even quite a noisy shoe. It's sort of like if you attach sponges to your hands and sort of slap the floor like that. That's kind of what they sound like. What was the shoe I wore the other day that it was so quiet I had to call out to people? I think it's one of the Adidas ones. I mean, most of those Adidas ones are really quiet. You can't hear people, so I have to say, sorry, I'm coming. You know, don't be alarmed. It's only EDDBUD. It's just me. I'm just overtaking. Don't you know, freak out. Chris Carpenter says, hi Ed, only discovered you a month or so ago. Thank you for discovering me. Love the streams and videos. Ah, you're in Plymouth. That's not far away, really. Just down the coast a little way. He's got the Next Percent, Tempo Next Percent. I hope you're enjoying those, Chris. One of the faster and kind of more wild and wacky shoes. I think people missed out a little bit on those. Ah, Steve says the Nova Blast 2 releases Thursday. I'll be in there, Steve. I'm going to pick up a pair of those. I think there's a lot of interest in the Nova Blast 2. I think people would be keen to see what they're like, see if it's a bit of an improvement. And I like doing those comparative videos where I've got a lot of info on a shoe from last year. I got loads of notes. I keep notes, guys, like loads of notes about the shoes, how they felt, what I use them for, you know, what I feel they're best suited to. And I think it'd be good to pick that one up and give it a whirl. Menu Leah says, hello, which one in the Puma Nitro would you suggest for daily training? Definitely Velocity Nitro for daily stuff, although if you like your stack a little lower and your shoe a little more responsive, pick up the Liberate Nitro. Joseph says, any good shoes for people who only do 2 to 4 miles? If you're just doing a few miles, daily stuff, Pegasus 38. I love mine. They've been one of my favourite shoes of the year so far. Lovely soft toe box. Oh, I remember how soft it was. I remember how good it was. And it just a really good all-rounder. Both them of a shoe. An Ian Botham of a shoe. Mark Weston is enjoying the Adios Pro 2. He broke his 5k PB in them this morning. Crazy stuff, Mark. I'm ringing the bell. I'm ringing the bell for you. Aaron says, anyone who runs should be commended for getting out there. Absolutely, Aaron. It's about enjoyment. I think when people start digging into other people's stats and data and sort of picking holes in stuff, it's easy to do that, isn't it? It's easy to, you know, be that type of person. It takes a lot more strength, and I think it's a lot more rewarding to be kind and to talk and to be positive about others, you know, and their achievements. So yeah, as Kev says, rule 1: don't feed Strava trolls. That's what the block button's for. Yeah, that's what I did. I was kind of looking at the conditions today, Kev, and I wanted to try out that shoe. And for me, getting down, you know, under 7 on some of those miles towards the end that's what it's about. It wasn't about breaking records today. It was about getting out there and doing some of those slower miles, a longer run, but incorporating a few faster ones in. So yeah, it's cool. I'm happy with what I did. So it's all right. It's all good. We got some super chats here. Brendan, thank you very much, sir. He says, for your next post-run brew, I might in fact have that after this live stream. He says, congrats on the 20k. Thanks, Brendan. Really appreciate it. And Thomas Villa as well. He says, great job on getting a 20k. Get Beast a can of fancy feast. Feline feast for Beast. Awesome. That's really kind of you, Thomas. Thank you very much for the super chats, guys. Really, really kind of you. Does go into helping keep Beast being a beastly size. Cameron says, Ed, help me pick a shoe for the next week's 5K. Let's do it, guys. Let's help Cameron out here. What do you think he should use? Choice between Adios 6, the Liberate Nitro, or the Deviate Nitro Elite. Oh, Cameron, you've got the Nitro Elite. I'm very keen to get my mitts on that one. If it ever comes out, like, again, because I know Start Fitness over here in the UK had a few of them, but they've now just disappeared, and they cannot be found anywhere. So it's a really, really strange one. Kent says, I'm surprised you used the New Balance in the rain for the long run after the outsole review. You know me, Kent. I live on the edge. I like to live on the edge. And I wanted to kind of prove myself wrong. I know that sounds really bizarre, but a few people said, Ed, what are you playing at, man? You know, it's a great outsole. Tim Gross said to me, he goes, Ed, I think you need to give it another whirl. And when Tim tells me that, I know I need to do it. I respect that man a huge amount. It needs to be done. So that's why I got back out there in those today. It went some way to changing my mind, but not all the way. It was still just on toe off. It just didn't have the same level of grip that was in the RC Elite version 1. Michael Casey O'Shea says, congrats on the 20k with another super chat. Thank you very much, Michael. Super appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in and supporting the channel. It really does help us out a lot, guys. Those super chats, and also the merch as well. If you guys want to pick up any merch, there should be some links somewhere down below here. I don't know where I'm pointing. There's actually nothing here. It's just a box. There's actually there are a lot of things here. There's some shoe boxes. There's the Glide Ride 2, which I have to get out in this week. I must do that to give you my views on that one. And we've got the craft shoe as well that needs to be taken out. But yeah, we'll keep on testing them. We'll keep on grinding them down. And now, even now when I'm thinking about that, I've changed my mind about the 10k again on Sunday. Maybe I should use the Next Percent 2. Maybe I should use the Takumi Sen 7. That needs to be in there as well. Maybe this needs to be a video of me testing all of these shoes out over I don't know, like a 1.5 mile distance or something, helping me decide. I don't know. There's another super chat from Craig Simpson. Craig, that is amazing. Thank you very much for helping the channel out. Really appreciate that, Craig, with the super chat. Erin Benedict says, did a 10k last weekend in the Speed 2 and it worked out well. Do you know, the Speed 2, I'd love to pick up a pair, but I just feel that it's such a minimal update in terms of the upper. I'm not sure that there's that massive interest. I don't know if you guys, maybe you can tell me if you're still interested in that, but it didn't seem to draw an awful lot of interest when I did those polls. Everything else was coming above it, so maybe down the line a little bit I'll grab one. Maybe if there's some other colourways, or even like a red, like a real flashy wild one. That'd be cool. Ken M says, I used the day after my second vaccination as a full rest day. Yeah, I may end up doing that, Ken, anyway, just to give the body some time, you know, to recover. I can eat some extra white chocolate cookies and just chill and relax. There's a busy work day on the Thursday this week as well, so I need to be in fine fettle for that one. Steve King says, if you get the Prime X, you will need to adjust the webcam again. It's rumoured to be 60 stacking. 60 millimeters. Wow. Okay. 60 millimeters. I'll know how Miss EDDBUD feels when she's got her heels on. That is a lot. Yeah. I will literally bang my head on my door frames if I put those on in the house. I can just about get away with the Adios Pro 2. JL says, what did you decide on wearing? I'm still undecided, JL. I still haven't quite figured out what I might wear. It might not be till, you know, right near the end. I don't know. Daniel Cox is enjoying the videos. Thank you very much, Daniel. Joe's just ordered himself another pair of Vaporfly Next Percent. Keller Sports in Germany for 140 smackaroonies. That is a good price. yeah, well, that brings it down to a standard trainer price, doesn't it? Like, you know, a sort of like Zoom Fly 3 sort of price. That's great value there. Absolutely great value. Chris Ball says, evening Ed, do you ever take sweets in your pocket when doing a 10k or half marathon? If I'm doing a half, sometimes because I have the most ridiculous constitution that just demands constant energy input, I sometimes will take a gel with me, like for halfway or something, or like some sort of energy drink or something. I'll just put it in my Nathan belt at the back there, just in case I get a little tetchy. I need a snack. I did take 2 custard creams once with me as well, because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have any snack bars, so I took 2 custard creams. You don't get anything more English than that, do you? I just realised it's completely ridiculous. Like, that is just such a mad thing. I did take some jelly babies with me on a half marathon once. I was just kind of running, just, you know, because I fancied running a race. And that was quite good, yeah. I think I gave some out to some of the other runners. There was another guy and he was a bit hungry, so I gave him some of my jelly babies on the way round. Daniel Cox says, congrats on the 10k. Thanks, Daniel, much appreciated. Sauron says, he enjoyed the New Balance, or the Elite V2. Okay, he enjoyed the review. Do I think I could use them for a long run? Yeah, I think, you know, even at lower paces, that shoe feels good to me. It feels a little more versatile, I've got to be honest, than the original. It doesn't feel quite so race orientated, although you could very easily use it on a race. I think it's just got a little bit more range there, so yeah, I don't see why not. Neil Camp says, video of the 10k shoe showdown. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that, Neil. It sounds like a good idea. I think people would be interested in that. Everyone's enjoying the beast. Mark Williams says, would I sell out for a sponsorship deal? Would I sell out for a sponsorship deal? I'm not sure anyone would sponsor me. I'm just a bloke that likes running, that's got a lot of shoes, a lot of basketball shoes now as well, and a lot of vinyl records. I don't know. I don't think I'd sell out. I'd always think of that scene in Wayne's World where, you know, they're clearly not selling out. You know, I'd always think of that. Tess says, isn't the Euros up? Why am I watching it? Yeah, Euros are on right now. Ronaldo's probably working his magic. Fabian Starts Running says, congratulations, thank you very much for tuning in, it's much appreciated. And Graham Tricker is in the house as well. Graham, I was looking at some of that amazing stuff that you make. It is just totally awesome. I need to spend some time perusing it a little bit more, because that's right up my alley. Really wonderful equipment there, Graham. Perhaps if you don't mind, I'll give a little link or something on the next video for any sort of audio enthusiasts that are out there. I bet there's many. I'll give you a little shout out and a link as well, Graham, in one of the coming videos, okay? Fabian says, Ed, what's the 20k challenge? Right, so guys, I am going to be launching like a competition soon, like a giveaway. What I'll probably do is have about 4 or 5 t-shirts or bits of merch to give out to some of the runners-up, and then a pair of shoes as the winner. What I'll do is I'll have some sort of figure, you know, max figure, because I don't want to name a particular shoe type, because that'll, you know, you may have that shoe already. It might be that it's something that you've already got. It would be nice to be able to get a shoe for the winner that is something they really want. So I'll have some details of that coming up very soon on the channel. Do look out. I'll have a special video to kind of launch that. And I'll probably leave it going for around about a week or so we can get the maximum number of entries in. So everyone's got a good chance to enter. So do look out for that. 20k challenge. Yeah, I'm going to cook something up for that. It's a bit odd because this week, obviously, I want to keep myself in good fettle ready for the race next Sunday. So I won't be doing anything mad. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably have another bash at the marathon distance. I'm feeling really good right now. So I think once we get into once we get into the next couple of weeks, I've got a little more time on my hands. I can set off early doors one weekday and do a marathon. It'll be on my own probably, but that's cool because I'll have the tunes with me as well to keep me company. And I might even attempt to do some live stuff while I'm going around on my route. So yeah, do look out for that. Should be quite fun. There I go. I've kind of come up with that one now. I'll give the marathon another bash. Will Willing says, "My pleasantly surprised by the Elite V2." Yeah, I am now. I'm warming to that shoe quite a lot. Just aside from that issue in the wet, which is still there. Richard Johnson says, "I saw, yeah, Mo didn't qualify. I've got a bit of a news section on that in the next running news, so I will cover that a little bit. It's kind of sad." Aaron says, "Anyone running Manchester Marathon in October?" It sounds like Aaron might be. Good luck with that one, Aaron. Jimmy Mack says his pool league finally starts up again in July. Haven't shot a ball in months. Oh, that's great. Not sure whether ours will be starting anytime soon. Joe Mullins in the house. How you doing, Joe? Long time supporter of the channel. He says congrats on the 20k. Thank you, Joe. And we got Running Man Sam as well. Guys, Running Man Sam and I did a great live stream together the other day, chatting away. We could have chatted probably all night, I think, Sam. It could have gone into the early hours. It was awesome. Do go and check out his channel. He's producing some fantastic content, and he's a super guy as well. So do go and check out Running Man Sam's channel. We got Helga, just ordered a pair of the Velocities based on a review. Love your wicked sense of humour and the music tips. Fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad those music tips are useful. And I hope you enjoy those Velocity Nitros as well. Chris Carpenter says, "Really hoping to finally achieve my first marathon ever within 2021. Fantastic. Tempo next percent's made a huge difference to the comfort and gait." Yeah, they're a good, nice, wide landing platform in those. I've got to say, they are a shoe I can run like the wind in. Really enjoy the Tempo next percent. To Joseph Martinez to try out the New Balance Fuelcell Propel. Yeah, it's not one I've tried out myself, but I do hear some good things about that one. Yeah, Running Man Sam's got some serious legs there, and also being a taller guy. Yeah, cadence is a funny thing, you know. Simon Myers says top 3 Springsteen tracks. Oh, Simon, that's too difficult to do off the bat. That's too hard for me to do that one straight off the bat. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll do a Boss top 3 or something in a musical interlude section soon. Andy Wright says, according to my watch, cadence averages about 210 and stride length is 110 centimeters. Yeah, I think watch cadence can go a bit wild. One thing I am thinking about purchasing soon is a stride foot pod. I'm really impressed by some of the stats that Tim Gross manages to pick up. You should go and follow him as well, guys. Tim's a super guy. And a lot of those more accurate stats are from his stride pod, so I just think it's something I'd benefit from. And I like tech and messing around with things like that. Anything with numbers that I can put in a spreadsheet is that's right up my street. Javier says, congratulations on 20k, thank you very much. Did a 90-minute recovery long run, ran about 10 miles at an easy 9-minute per mile pace. Yeah, this is the way to do it on the longer runs. Run some nice slower miles, and then I like chucking in some faster stuff towards the end while you're on tired legs, simulating how it's going to be in a race. I think it's a really important thing to do. Andy Wright says, tempo next percent is great for people getting out of the way with me. You're right, Andy. That is one of the louder shoes. I think when I've got some time over the summer, when perhaps my daughter's down and I've got like a roving camera person that can help me out, we'll do some, we'll do the loudest running shoes. Well, we'll try and I'll bring out some really nice audio gear, somewhere where it's a little more controlled and quiet. And we'll try to isolate which the loudest shoes are. I think that'll be quite fun. Just a bit of a mad thing to do. And it means I can make a spreadsheet as well. And that's it. Got to be a good thing, right? Yeah, Ken M says true. Being of shorter stature, I'm well into the 190s in the 5 to 6 minutes per mile range. Stride length increase a negligible length. Yeah. The legendary bean pole. That's me, Fabian. That's me. Joe says if you're really tall and have a high cadence through the shuffling, or Usain Bolt. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, Adidas seem to have stealth rubber, Mark Williams, in the outsoles. Brendan says he's into spreadsheets about his shoes too. Ladyfriend thinks I'm crazy. Yeah, I've had some crazy looks from this said bud before. In fact, that's every day. She's just like, what shoe is here now? And I've got no excuse. No excuse. Mark T says put the Run Fast 2s on the first time in 6 months. Got a good pace going in them, super grippy. Yeah, it's a good outsole on the Run Fast 2. They had the same one on the Run Fast 3, but the uppers just nowhere near as good. It's nowhere near as good, sadly. Richard Johnson says he likes watching me while he's doing the ironing. Yeah, that's me. I've got the West Country accent. It pops up here and there. Certain words. Well, I'm glad I make the ironing that little bit easier. Easier on the ears. Something like that. Run Frankfurt says, hi, Ed. Puma is a German brand and the name is pronounced Puma. Not Puma. Okay. Well, I'll keep switching it round all the time just to freak people out. I do hear a lot of American people say Puma. Puma kind of sounds better though. It sounds right then. Traxxer says Boston 10 are in the mail. Ben Reese says Adios 6 sufficient for the 10k race, or the Adios Pro 2 is worth the extra earth credits. I think I've got the Adios Pro 2 really for half marathon and above. I think that's where that will shine the most. Although the Adios Pro worked really well for me on the 10k before, so I see no reason why not. Plus the fact this time round I won't be running around that ridiculous trading estate loop, which has got loads of elevation in it. Yeah, that makes it tougher. This is just nice and flat, this 10k, so I'm looking forward to it. No trading estate for a while. It's driving me wild, that trading estate. There's a few people talking about the which shoes to go for. Run Tommy says 20k subscribers is only 12.4 miles on the conversion. Menu says loving the channel. On the review I got the Float Ride 2. Okay. Yeah, the 3's a good shoe. It's a good shoe. More power to you, you quirky earthling. I like it. A quirky earthling. That is a good little phrase. Clippers for life says the Pro 2 or New Balance Fuelcell RC Elite V2. If I had to choose one, I'll probably go the Pro 2. I don't think there's that much difference between them and it's cheaper. So that's what I'd go for. Nova Knight 99. That's a good name. Are you going to try out the Saucony Freedom 4? Yes. If they drop just like here in the UK and I can just sort of go, I'm having those, or we'll go for it, we'll do it. But I don't know when that's happening. There's some stuff going on at the moment with Saucony, so we'll see if we can make that happen soon. Richards, I am going to unceremoniously duck down at the end of the stream, because I've done it so many times before. I think if I don't do it now, I'm not following the standard procedure, so it must be done. Paul Kane says, congrats, the RCV2 is really comfortable. It is, it's so stable. I found that. It's not so much the instability when it's wet, it's just I'm just not getting that grip on push off when I want to really drive. You know, it just feels like I'm slipping, and then I'm constantly putting the handbrake on, thinking I'm going to slide here. I'm going to slide. I've got to try and get over that a little bit, because it happened on the run before, and it happened a little bit on today's run towards the end. Aravind says, congrats on the 20k. Thank you very much. Portugal, Belgium tonight. It's going to be tough. I don't know what the score is right now. Robin was in the house earlier, but I'm going to watch the second half of that one. It's going to be tight, I think. Either way, it could be that, you know, Portugal like 7-0 up at half time or something. I don't know. Cheekster reckons Belgium will go through. It's going to be tight, I think. So Kent says that the Speed 2 is really just a breathability update. That's okay for me. I'm probably gonna maybe pick them up down the line sometime when all the other wild stuff's out of the way. There's another super chat there. 20 for 20, Jimmy Mac. Thank you very much for that super chat. Amazing. I really appreciate it. It really does help the channel out a great deal. Thank you very much. I hope you've been enjoying the videos. As you guys know, I put my heart and soul into those videos, so I really try and make them as enjoyable as possible. I know over the last like 16 months or whatever, there's been some tough times, there's been some hard times, so I look on things and say, you got to laugh, you got to smile, you got to enjoy everything you're doing, put yourself into it, and the more you put in, the more you get out. The more that you give it, the more it will be. So I really appreciate it. Thanks very much, Jimmy. James Cushing says, congrats on the 20k, thoroughly deserved and love the vids. Thanks, James, I appreciate that. Clippers for Life can't decide between the Adios Pro V2 or the New Balance. Everybody's like having the same kind of issues with those two. Paul Kane's going to test out the Pro 2 next weekend on the 10k sesh and decide which to wear for the actual race. Yeah, this is it. You see, the next percent 2 is just always there in my mind, thinking, you know, everybody's wearing those. It's interesting. What do you guys make on that Nike advert that they put out with the track spike, and they're going to remove all of the Nike branding on it? It's really interesting. Richard Johnson says Boris Johnson has officially designated the day after second jabs as National Diabetes White Chocolate Cookies Day. Cheekster says, spoiler alert, it's 0-0. Awesome, thanks Cheekster for the update. We will go and check the second half of that one out very soon. Clips for Life says they're both beautiful shoes, but he doesn't want the wife to leave me. It is a beautiful shoe. I mean, it is a beautiful shoe. It does look amazing. My son thinks these are just incredible. He's 10 months old. I held this up, and he's just it just goes wild. He just goes, ah, because you know it's just got everything, hasn't it? It's sparkly, and in fairness, even the felt patches haven't got too discoloured after some use. It's never going to be as beautiful as this shoe, though. This started it all, really, in terms of the channel. I got this shoe and decided I'm going to make a video about this shoe. I don't think it was a particularly good video, but I think you have to make a load of videos that aren't quite so good to actually figure out how to make some good ones. So yeah, this started it all. Still a beautiful shoe. Very nice. I have seen that Gakuso are releasing two next percent colourways, but they're abominations. They're terrible compared to that. That's just such a beautiful mixture of colours and design, whereas these others just, they look terrible. Absolutely terrible. Rob Schuder says he picked up the Speed 1 on a discount and found a new favourite. Yeah, it's a great shoe. Speed was one of the best of last year and of this year, really. JL says, have I ever run an ultra race? No, I haven't. It might be something I'll do in the future sometime. But I want to run some big marathons and some big places in the city. I want to run a marathon somewhere where my daughter can come see me, because she lives in London now. You know, I miss her a lot. And that'd be nice, you know, if she was around. I give her my camera and stuff, and she can take some footage of me. That'd make me really happy. That'd make me really happy. Vincent says, if I have the ES1, do I need the shift as well? I haven't tried the shift. It wasn't really something that spoke to me. It just seemed quite a heavy sort of daily thing. It didn't really have that sort of endorphin DNA in it, so I kind of missed it. Toxin543 says, hi Ed, congrats on the 20k subs, thank you very much. The Revel V2 is actually quite wide in the mid forefoot. It fits me perfectly. That shoe is a good all-round shoe as well. I did mention the other day running with a massive rucksack back from work. Just a few easy miles, you know, and that shoe worked brilliantly. It was amazing. Worked really well. We got another super chat there from Jean Toulzon. So keep up the hard work. You're my #1 running shoes reviewer. Love from Chicago. Amazing. Thanks very much, Jean. That's really, really kind. I do appreciate that from Chicago. I'd love to come over to Chicago at some point once the world has returned to a more even keel. That would be a place I need to go. I need to go to the Chicago Music Exchange. I need to look up Brad Hall, and I need to go and see my buddy Kafuzi. That'll be my places to go. And of course, I could do a run in Chicago. That would be amazing. We need to do that here in the UK. We'll start off once. We'll start the ball rolling here. When it's safe to do so, we'll do an EDDBUD club run and get everybody together. Eric the Red says his wife has made him move all his shoes into the basement and banned him from watching my channel. Oh, I'm so sorry. Be kind to Eric the Red. Eric the Red's wife. Come on, you know, he's keeping himself fit, and he likes shoes. Come on, don't make him move into the basement. That's just mean. It's just mean. I hope I'm not making things worse here. Mano is in the house, says, sorry, I'd love to chat watching the match. Belgium with a beauty. By the way, as a 51-year-old, gone from 26.3 to 22.20. Amazing. All injury free and patience. Yeah, that's the way, Mano, is to keep those small little improvements all the time, and then suddenly they turn into a big improvement. Good to see you in the chat though, Mano. Thanks for joining us here. Big Bang says, hey Ed, what's up with the Nike Pegasus 38 showing some problems with the air pocket and the upper? No issues for the upper or pocket with mine. They were good, you know. I'd carry on running with them now, but I've just got too many other things to try. I've really enjoyed mine. I've not heard anything else about those. I tend to pick up if there's some strangeness going on with the shoe. My random world of dad jokes and music appreciation. I have listened to some Afghan wigs in the past. That has been a thing. I've been listening to a lot of Arctic Monkeys today. Just dipping back into their back catalogue. I really like it's a track from AM. Don't sit down because I've moved your chair. That's a great tune. So sinister. I really like it. Joe says, your videos improved greatly since the early days. Your Zoomfly Flyknit review convinced me to buy them. Amazing. I'm glad it convinced someone to buy them. I was obviously kind of on the right lines. Orange Goblin says, thumbs up on the 20k. All down to the love, baby. Awesome. What I might do, guys, is have a little prediction thing going on in one of the videos this week. If you can see and predict what time I'll come in on the 10k. You know, because I like adding a little extra pressure to myself. You know, it might be like that I'll finish the 10k in like an hour, because like, I just feel really, really rough from my second COVID jab again. That'd be quite humorous. No one will get that. There'll be like 40, 41, something like that. No, EDDBUD rolls in 1 hour. Wearing the, I don't know, the Ultra Boost 21. There you go. That's what I'll wear. Cheekster says EDDBUD Junior has good taste in liking the New Balance. Yeah, he likes those. Fergus is into those. I always remember when I got the Next Percent 2 prototypes when they arrived, and I showed them to him, put him on his high chair, and he was just like, pick them up. It was the only thing at the time he could pick up because they're so light. All this other stuff was too light. He's just started doing some crawling now, so he's mobile. So nothing will be safe. Everything will have to be moved up to, like, you know, 1.5 meters or something. He's going to be super tall, that boy. He's going to be tall. He's got bags of energy as well. Bags and bags of energy. Ken N says he's loving the Pro 2s. Personally feel it needs pace to keep stability. Okay. I just find him just nice and stable. It's just got everything I want in that shoe. I'm seeing Amado down there. He says, I'll drive down if and when you make it to Chicago. Excellent, man. It'll be good to see you, Amado. We'll make these things happen. Things are moving in the right direction now, aren't they? Thankfully. Yeah, Greg Previtt says, make sure have Kafuzi show me around. I don't want to jog into the wrong neighbourhood. It's a bit, you know, it's a bit like that in certain parts of the UK as well, I guess. We just got a couple of minutes, guys, so it looks like Amado's watching the Belgium-Portugal game. Yeah, I'll be in with that in a moment. Richard Rendell reckons I'm going to creep... Well, it looks like just over 40 minutes actually there with that one. Big Bang says, actually I'm a notorious ankle sprainer. Should I pick up the 38 on the Nova Blast? Pegasus 38 all the way on that one. I think it's just a little bit more stable there. Guys, if you're in the chat, please hit that like button. It really does help us out a huge amount. Rob Weatherall's up for an EDDBUD mega run. Eric the Red says, in all seriousness, thanks for the shoe reviews. He's bought some gems. Thank you very much. I'm glad that they've helped out. Thomas says his speeds are shredding a bit under the heel. No, I didn't have any damage at all. I mean, I complained a bit about the traction on the Speed and the Pro, but I had no wear at all. So I don't know whether it's just my insect-like frame or something. It's just, you know, I just barely wear anything down. I never seem to get any major wear on stuff, aside from a couple of Hoka shoes. Right, guys, I'm going to call this one. Thanks so much, all of you, for tuning in and for all those super chats today. It is amazing. It really does help the channel out a massive amount to help us keep bringing some new stuff in for you guys to check out, for me to test out for you. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you once again for all of those who've subscribed and make the channel what it is, really, and help us to get there. I just can't honestly believe that we got to 20,000. It's just insane. Yeah, do hit that like button, guys. It helps us out a great deal. Gets it out to a lot more followers, a lot more viewers potentially. I'm going to call it and go and check out some of this second half of this football match. Thanks for sticking with me tonight, guys. I will see you all soon. My name's EDDBUD.